But the good news is that even if we have made some mistakes in the past, the body is tremendously resilient. There is a tremendous capability for rebuilding our bodies and repair of damage that we have done. We may not be able to get back to what we had lost if we had done everything right, but I don't want to paint this as being too fatalistic, because at almost any age, if you change your program, there is demonstrated benefit. If you have smoked for 30 years, 2 packs a day, you stop, your lung status will improve, almost regardless of how long that's been.
Okay.
The same thing is true with exercise. There are some people who have not exercised basically their whole life, but they can begin, and they've done even studies in nursing homes where they take people who have been basically chair-bound almost, and by giving them an exercise program, those people can return to the ability to walk and so forth. So it's never too late. But let's take the more average kind of person.
Right. Me.
Perhaps the average person who is conscious of making good health choices and so forth, but doesn't always follow them. You know, we don't get enough rest at times, or we overwork, or we don't get enough exercise, or we're in a big hurry and we eat the wrong things, and so we all do those things.
Yes, we do.
And probably that person is going to be losing about 1% a year. So again, if we do the math, if you maximum at age 30 and you take off 1% per year, when you get to be 70, that's 40 years, 40% off of 100, you're still down, you still have, at the age of 70, you still have 60% of your abilities. Now that's not bad, In fact that's still compatible with a lot of enjoyable activity and so forth. You may not be able to work at manual labor for 8 hours a day, but you certainly are able to do a lot of things, and you're not dependent on anyone, and you're capable of doing a lot of things, a lot of worthwhile things. If we could just get people to that point, we'd be doing very well. Probably a good share of people don't do that well. By picking up habits such as overeating of the wrong kinds of foods, highly refined foods, high fat, things of that kind. Those things do have consequences. Smoking, of course, decreases life expectancy, we know that. Drug use or alcohol use, or all these things will certainly curtail that.
So you're not just talking about, when we talk about physical ability, you're not just talking about physical exercise. You're talking about the other factors that go into the choices we make every day, from what we eat to what we drink to what we smoke to how we move. You're not really talking about the whole package here.
That's right. It's your entire capabilities. In fact, is one of the best ways of preserving your mental ability is physical exercise. Once again, physical exercise actually enhances mental ability into the later years.
Yes.
But other kinds of mental activity, continuing to study and picking out subjects that you would like to focus on to learn more about and so forth. Those kind of things are challenging and will help to keep the mind as well. So we're not just a moving mechanism. We have a lot of capabilities. And by following good rules of living, lifestyle practices, we enhance all of those abilities. So if a person is not careful with those things, and probably a good percentage of the population fall into the category where they may lose 1.5% per year. Well, if you lose 1.5% per year at the age of 60, you have lost, well, let's see, you lost about 45% of your ability.
Wow. By
the age of 60, which means you're down to the 55 percentage level.
And 60 is young.
At 60, and that's not old. And a lot of people unfortunately find themselves really struggling to get to the point where they can retire at 65 and having a difficult time doing that. And that's largely because of choices we make.
Those years don't sound too golden.
They are. So it's really very important that we use all of our capabilities and follow all of the lifestyle practices that enhance that. And of course, heaven forbid, but there are some people who really are on a very bad program,
Yes.
can lose as much as 2% of their ability per year. And a lot of those people don't survive their 50s
Wow.
or even in their late 40s.
Wow.
So that fourth category that Dr. Bortz outlines, the one of choice, has to do with a vast amount of what we can expect.
Wow.
If we take that back and compare that to the idea of retirement, for instance, you know, I think we have pretty well, people, it's been advertised well enough that people know that if they expect to have the opportunity to do some of the things they want to do after the age of retirement, they have to save. You know,
Right.
we have to save for retirement. We have to plan for those things. And then hopefully when we retire and we have the time, we have enough to support us to do the things we want to do. If I wait until I'm 65 or 67 to start thinking about that, and my work time is finished,
Right.
my options are not very good.